Unanipata Steve? Yes, unanipata. Are you getting me? Okay. Now, are you seeing my screen from the other side or from wherever you are? Okay. Today class. Good afternoon, class. Okay. Thank you. Is it good evening or good afternoon? Okay. So let me go now straight to our lesson today. We want to just to discuss a few things about the therapy two, and the topic of today is about cardiovascular diseases. So the objective of the lesson today, we want to deal with four objectives. So at the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to define some terms which are in this the topic. Number two, to explain the functions of the cardiovascular system. Number three, to describe the types of the cardiovascular which are existing. And then lastly, number four is the causes of the cardiovascular. Now, I will go straight to the definitions of some terms which we will use here in this topic. Number one is aneurysm. As you know, aneurysm, in the last topic, we discussed a few things about aneurysm, but I'm going to further explain the same. It's an abnormal enlargement or bulging of the blood vessels, which normally the arteries, and it is caused by the weaknesses in the blood vessel walls. We are going to see the causes of that one. Then number two, cardiovascular diseases. This is a collection of diseases of the heart and the blood vessel. Then number three, we want to define break, which is the buildup of the substances such as fat acids, lipoproteins, excessive presence of macrophages, calcium, cholesterol, V plus connective tissues, smooth muscle, which all of them collectively forming what we call a break, or sometimes it is called a clot or a theroma. So we are going to expand. I'm going to expand more about this as we move forward, but that's the definition, clear definition of that term break. Then the last term we want to see here is what we call ischemia, which refers to the insufficient blood flow to the tissues. But we are going also to understand as we move forward to see what causes the insufficient blood flow to the tissues. Then now let's understand the functions of the cardiovascular. What are these functions of the cardiovascular? We understand that cardiovascular is the heart and the blood vessels. When it pumps blood, we want to see what is this function in which this cardiovascular system engage in the body. Number one, the heart and the blood vessels they establish and maintain the circulation. As blood is moving from the heart to other parts of the body, all that processes is being established and being maintained by the heart and the blood vessels. Number two, the muscles action of the heart, they pump oxygenated blood, they pump oxygen, depleted blood, which is this is the blood which is less in oxygen through the veins, then to the lungs. When the lungs, this blood is being oxygenated, CO2 is being removed. Once oxygen is added to this blood, then this blood is now taken back to the heart. Then it is distributed to the other parts of the body. So that's another function in which this cardiovascular system does. Number three, arteries carry out oxygen-rich blood away from the heart to the capillaries. I've already said that when blood is coming from the lungs, oxygenated, CO2 has been removed. Now it comes back to the left ventricle. Then this blood, which is oxygenated, then it is pumped out to the capillaries. Lastly, oxygen and nutrients are freely exchanged between the blood and the blood cells through the capillaries. That's another function which is performed very well by the cardiovascular system. We are going to see, I'm going to give you the next lesson. I'm going to give you a video whereby you can see now how blood is being added with oxygen and how CO2 and the other wastes are removed from the blood when it reaches, especially in the lungs. Then this blood is being pumped back to the heart. Then it is distributed to the other parts of the body. We're going to see that one as we move forward. Then now let's see the types of the cardiovascular diseases. The cardiovascular system sometimes it gets some diseases which can hinder to perform its functions of pumping blood to other parts of the body. Number one, it's atherosclerosis. Then number two, hypertension. Number three, coronary, or it is called ischemic heart disease, stroke, and heart attack, or what you call myocardial infarction. So we are going to see all the five major diseases of the cardiovascular system. So we are going to discuss one by one as we move forward, and we're going to understand uh, what is atherosclerosis, what causes it, and its consequences in the system. We are also going to discuss about hypertension, coronary heart disease, stroke, and all those diseases. We're going to see what causes and how it comes and how it develops in the system. Then we let me talk about the causes of atherosclerosis. Now that's the first disease. As we have seen, the first cause of this disease, number one, is shear stress, or sometimes hypertension. It can turn to be another cause of atherosclerosis. But we are going to see how this shear stress causes atherosclerosis. Number two, another cause is the abnormal blood lipids. We are going to see when the cholesterol converge and they build up in the system, how they can cause the arteries not able, and the other, even the veins not able to transfer blood from one region to another. Then cigarette smoking, we're going to see how cigarette smoking are contributing to this problem of atherosclerosis. Then we are going to see diabetes mellitus also is another risk factor which causes this problem. We are going to see its causes and how much it contributes to this problem. Then we have age, we have gender, we have psychological factors, we have genetic predisposition. Then lastly, we have reduced physical activities. When somebody you don't engage some physical activities by maybe running, jogging, or doing some physical engagement activities, how does this one contribute to the development of atherosclerosis? Yes, up to that time, that's the end of today lesson. So I want to see to hear from you guys. What have you learned today? Steve? Steve, are you getting me? Yes, what have you learned today? Maybe if you are you able to give me two functions of uh, uh, the two causes of atherosclerosis? If you remember? Yes, of atherosclerosis. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, thank you. I can see that you are a very attentive class. So I want to stop there. Let's meet next time. So I wish you well, guys. Thank you.